criticism is taking its turn back. You know what I'm saying? It's ebbs and flows of everything, and it's good to hear that some people are bringing the bars back. You know what I mean, as opposed to people mumbling or just saying any old thing.
Yeah. I feel like the Clips, having the Clips together back.
Yeah.
I thought they brought the rollout back. You ain't seen a rollout like that in a while, where they on every show. They did a show at the Vatican, which you probably was against. Don't hate on the Vatican. They did a show at the Vatican. They did a show at the Louis
Louis Vuitton.
fashion show.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They got nominated for a Grammy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Shit. And this is high energy bars. You know what I mean? And these niggas is in their late 40s. Both of them older than me. You know what I mean? And they doing their thing. So that surprised me. The Clips. Freddie Gibbs.
Yep, I had Alfredo too on my albums for the year.
Okay.
I'm a Freddie Gibbs fan. People act like they don't like Freddie Gibbs, man. One of my buddies, he was on the show. Mr. Brandon Bees was talking about he ain't like Gibbs. I'm like, why? Like, how do you not like Gibbs? Now I can understand if you don't like his personality or some of the things that you may hear about him off of the music, but the man music is fire.
Bro, they hate you where you from. I've been saying that for years. When he got nominated for the Grammy that was up against Nas, I'm like, the state should have got behind him.
Yeah.
But nobody, people was like, I'm like, why don't you like him? They were like, yeah, in 2012, I was in the club and he was kind of playing us. I'm like, nigga, that got to do with the music, my nigga.
I also think there is maybe we could have this discussion maybe on a later date, but there's a disconnect to me between Gary or maybe just 219 in general and Indiana. Like, they feel like they're not a part of us and we don't really accept them as, you know what I mean?
But your viewpoint is coming from fucking battle rap. That's
you saying that. I'm telling you this from what's it called? You know what I'm saying? From my personal opinion.
Like life, like people you've met. I mean, they look at Chicago. They look at us like we ain't really shit because they so close to Chicago.
Right. Which that's cool, but you're not in Chicago either. You're in Indiana. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, why? It's like, you know what I'm saying? The people in New Jersey and New York, that's that type of relationship.
I can see that.
You know what I'm saying? But it's like, you know, you're in Gary or you're in Michigan City or you're in East Chicago, and then you looking down on people from Indiana. Okay, all your shit is connected to Chicago, but it's like you're not from Chicago, bro. You're from Indiana.
Yeah.
But whatever.
It could be that. But I don't know. I've never had that disconnect. Shit, y'all Indiana. Shit. I mean,
that's how we look at it, you know what I'm saying? But we're down here in the middle of the state.
Yeah.
Them up there, the region, they don't feel like, you know what I'm saying? You ask the people from 219, they're like, we're not a part of Indiana. We do our own thing. Yeah. But you're really not. The people in fucking Richmond can say the same thing. The people who live on East, you know what I mean? Like,
people from Gary moved to Nap and get better lives. So shout out to y'all. You ain't never heard of a Nap nigga moving to Gary looking for a better life. And if he did, he on the run or he got some buns or something up there that he going to. There's no other reason to go to Gary. No disrespect. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Shout out to y'all. But I feel like that's Freddie Gibbs' fault. I mean, because he getting millions, he touching millions. He need to do something in the state. He need to have like a yearly, annual little joint that he do, or I don't know, a turkey drive, something. He got to show his face.
Yeah.
He really went to L.A. and was like, y'all don't like me, I don't like y'all. So,
which I understand, like, it do seem like, for an Indiana person to get on, you got to go out of state to get on. And then it's like, now you're on, but you didn't build any connections or networking throughout the state. So it's like a void there. But even still, I fuck with Freddie Gibbs heavy, man. He's one of the best, in my opinion, out right now. Yeah. Especially with consistency. Like, it's not really too many times you listen to some Freddie Gibbs or he drop an album and it's whack. Yeah. You know what I mean? So.
And I like how you lock in with producers. When you lock in with one producer, you can really create. That's like, it give you a big canvas to really do your thing, paint pictures.
And then, Alchemist is a GOAT producer. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm pretty sure when he got nominated for the Grammy, it was
Alfredo one.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So when you get a producer that's worked and they're indoctrinated in the industry, like, you're going to get the exposure.
So I give him props on that. So shout out to Freddie Gibbs. Another album that I really enjoyed was J.I.D. You fuck with J.I.D.? Or Jid? What is his fucking name?
I call him J.I.D. I don't know. I don't not fuck with him. I think he's dope. He's a very talented artist. I listened to it for sure. It was good.
Called, it was good. God Do Like Ugly or some shit.
Yeah, some shit like that.
Yeah, he was flowing his ass up. I feel like he gives me what I be wanting Kendrick to give me. Like, I feel like Kendrick kind of go too abstract where I don't really know what you're talking about. It's like super scatterbrain.
Right.
J.I.D. can give me that same cadence, rhythm pattern, but he can stick to like one topic during this song.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And then Dreamville Producers is crazy. They got crazy beats.
Yeah.
The best features, you get J. Cole or What's Shorty name?
Doechii?
Nah, she with TDE.
Okay.
They got a female singer. What the hell is her name? Is it Ari? Is it Ari Lennox? Is that?
Yeah, Ari Lennox. Yeah.
Yeah, she with Dreamville. So and you know what I
That's
mean?
what I was thinking about.
Yeah, I can get her. I can get J. Cole or Bass. So it got great features. I feel like he slept on. I feel like he slept on. He did a good job on. I don't know if you heard Offset album or that Let the Bodies Hit the Floor song.
Yeah, I heard that song.
Yeah,
That song's fire.
yeah, fire. That's why I was hoping you had the caster because I was like, we could have played this shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? But it's cool. But
I mean, you really could still play it either on TV or
post-production.
phones, yeah, or post production too.
Yeah.
But I guess that would be the point of having the TV to look up shit or whatever. But whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're right on the roadcaster. We could have done the same shit.
Yeah, but his verse went crazy on that.
Yeah, I like that. Let the bodies hit the floor. I'm trying to think who else did I say on my for album of the year. I kind of coupled in or threw in all together just the whole Griselda because they all dropped a different album this year. That last Conway album, I don't know if you heard it. That was.
Everybody keeps saying that. I'm not the biggest Conway fan.
You know, I agree. A lot of times I feel like Conway, I don't want to say overrated, but it's just not, it don't all come together. But this last one, it all comes together. Like, you can see the artistry. It's not just him rapping. It's actually good beats, you know what I'm saying? Solid hooks. Him also rapping, you know what I mean? He's rapping good on all the tracks. So, but then it's also like, you know.
For me, if you're going to give me the basic 1-2 flow, then your punches got to be Jadakiss, Fabulous,
Right.
Benny the Butcher. You got to punch that hard to really keep my attention span for a whole album. And so he rarely does that. His shit is more like shock value. He may say something I didn't expect him to say or say some real grimy shit. But he just, I don't know, I feel like his flow ain't there. I think it's the rhythm pattern. I'm trying to be specific because
Well, I think a lot of time his beats don't necessarily be beats that are rhythmic, you know what I'm saying? Because they kind of be on that, what's the dude name from New York? I want to say Run Streets, but it's not him. It's the other one. Rock Marciano.
Okay,
Those type of beats. And so his beats without the actual drums in them, you know what I'm saying, a lot of times. So it don't be no rhythm to him. But I will say, like I said, the production was in key, you know what I'm saying, in step as far as, you know, the last album.
That's just how that might be a personal gripe, but I always felt like that with Conway. And it could be because you're standing next to Benny the Butcher. So I wouldn't feel that way if the nigga that rapped before you
wasn't Benny, but
wasn't leaving Earth.
See, I look at it like, okay, Benny is fire, Conway is fire, but West Side is trash. I don't like West Side, you know what I mean?
But he the man. He the man in real life.
Putting this shit all together, you know what I mean? One album that I did listen to that I want to give some credit to is that Wale.
Wale? I haven't heard it yet. I've been hearing good shit about it.
Good album. He really expresses artistry on it, you know what I'm saying? He got a lot of really dope production. He really leaned into like that 90s R&B vibe as far as beats and shit.
He owns that shit, yeah.
And I feel like Wale is best in his bag when he is kind of not catering to, but like more female type tracks. You know what I'm saying? Just go ahead and do that instead of trying to do whatever the fuck else you be trying to do.
Yeah.
And you know what I'm saying? He be having hits every time he, you know what I'm saying, is on that. Yeah. Good music.
I mean, he can articulate that well. I mean, he a poet. Poets talk to women well. So when he get in his woman bag, and then he be having the best like singers on the hook. His choruses be through the roof. Dinner. You know what I mean?
Good artistry. Then he had even male singers on there, like Odile, if you know who that is. He had a fire track with him. Like, he had some good music on there. He had one with the boy, Leon Thomas. That was sick. You know what I mean? So
I fuck with him. Okay. I haven't heard it yet. I've only heard the single, the song he was pushing. And I only forgot the name of the song, but he was flowing his ass off, though.
Yeah. I just, because for whatever reason, you know, he's not going to get his credit, but I listened to it like, damn, that's Wale is sick. You know what I mean?
Yeah. He always been slept on. And he act like he always slept on. Have you seen how he act?
Yeah, he act like he slept on. But he is slept on, though. So I don't think that he got his right promotion and push from MMG, how he was supposed to. But
I mean, I think he did. I mean, you're not a gangster and you signed to a gangster-ass label. They did their best with him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He had some big singles, so... Yeah, I'm gonna check it out though. I was listening to Joe Budden talk about it. I saw some people on Instagram talk about it, but I haven't listened to it at all.
He got that safe stamp of approval for sure. You know what I mean?
I was disappointed at 21 Savage. I don't know if you listened to it.
No, I didn't even give that a spin.
You don't fuck with 21?
I do. Well, it depends because are you talking about the one he dropped kind of earlier in the year? Was it like March or?
Just dropped like last 2 Fridays ago. Probably.
Okay, so after the
all
the fuck
the
street shit, you know what I mean?
It's called What Happened to the Streets. Then he came with the fuck the street shit.
Okay, I didn't listen to his latest album though. I listened to the one that was one earlier this year. I thought it was okay.
Yeah,
but whatever.
Yeah. What you think about the fuck the street shit? They on his ass.
I feel like that could have its own podcast itself.
It really can.
But the fuck the street shit. You know what I'm saying? Me, I don't necessarily identify with the streets necessarily. All you know, what I mean, that's not my lane. I'm not
Yeah.
the street nigga. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Although all my family is. so to me, it's like I get what they're saying. And I see both sides of it. You know what I'm saying? I see both sides of it.
Yeah. I mean, I feel him. It's a little.
In reality, to me, it's like what have the streets for the people who are saying no, you can't say fuck the streets. Like, what have the streets produced that is of any substance that you know what I'm saying
Shit,
can show for it?
The people. Shit, the people of the streets. You can't say. That's why I feel him. He just didn't articulate it well. If you're gonna say some shit,
the streets produce the people, or the people.
I think it's a little bit of both. The people are the streets. So if you're gonna say fuck the streets, you gotta articulate it well. And then with him, it come off like we can see. It's like a nigga trying to do a magic trick and we see your fucking hand. Like, you're not tricking me.
That's another thing too. All these rappers, particularly the Atlanta faction, you know what I'm saying fuck the streets, after y'all promoting nothing but street shit and y'all are entrenched in snitching.
That's what it's about. That's why they saying fuck the streets, because they saying I can't be cool with my guy because he snitched.
Right.
We can't do this because he, you know what I'm saying? So they saying fuck the streets. Let's get back together and make great music. Let's get the band back together. So that's really what you're saying.
Right.
But then you coded it in fuck the streets. And then your whole album is street. You're 21 Savage.
Right. It's all y'all. The thing about it is the rappers or artists who are saying fuck the streets, they built their whole shit off of the streets.
Yeah. But if you're saying fuck the street philosophically, like the codes that we gotta follow and the shit we gotta do in the streets to make it, if you're saying fuck that, that makes sense. I get that. But you probably should articulate it better.
Yeah, my thing, okay, if I asked you, you know what I'm saying, somebody said fuck the streets, and I asked you, so what would you designate as the streets? And I'm pretty sure whatever you say, now you can tell me your answer, but
you say I think you're positive.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You'd be hard pressed to tell me some positive things that, you know what I'm saying, are attributive of the streets.
I feel like the people out of the street, you can't separate the people. If you live on fucking 38th Arlington, 42nd in Arlington, 42nd. We are the streets. We live here. We here. So if you're saying fuck that, you're saying fuck like our neighborhood or fuck the people in this neighborhood. Like, what are you saying fuck?
But the thing, okay, and then people, I think, you know what I'm saying, they would go even deeper into that because, you know what I'm saying, a lot of people would say, okay, you could live in the hood, but that doesn't mean you're in the streets.
But like, I'm just saying, when people describe the streets, they be like, go to that neighborhood. If you live in that neighborhood, they're talking about your neighborhood.
Right.
Like, I lived in Postbrook for like 6 years, 42nd and Post. When they were saying fuck Post, I'm like, man, fuck y'all, it's not that bad. I ain't had no issues. I walked to the liquor store. You know what I'm saying? Ain't fucking me on raised daughters over here. Fuck y'all. So I feel like you gotta articulate it. You gotta say fuck the street philosophically. Fuck the street mindset. You gotta say that. Yeah. You can't just say fuck the streets because the people are the streets.
Okay, I understand. You know I think that's a cool viewpoint, you know what I'm saying, or a valid viewpoint is what I want to say.
You can't say like hustling is the streets. They hustle in the burbs. You can't say catching cases is the streets. They catch cases in the burbs.
But I think, you know, saying to your point, what you're saying, I think that the greater diaspora of people are, you know what I'm saying, when you say the streets, they think hustling is the streets. They think, you know what I'm saying, criminal activity is the streets, you know what I mean? So it's like, even though on one hand, the people are the streets, but then once you really dive deeper into it, people, you know what I'm saying, you ask somebody of street origins, you know what I'm saying, what makes you a street individual, and they're going to tell you, you know what I'm saying, because I've been out here selling drugs for 30 years, or I caught these bodies, or I'm gang banging, or I'm pimping, or, you know what I'm saying?
It's poverty. So in poverty, people ain't going to just sit around and ain't nobody starving. So niggas going to sell something, they going to steal something, they going to leech off a motherfucker. Niggas is not going to sit around and starve. So poverty in the streets kind of go hand in hand maybe a little bit. So maybe that's where the criminal aspect come in. You know what I mean? Right. If you're saying street music, if you're using street as an adjective, like to describe something, then it could give it a weird connotation. But if you just say streets,
well, okay,
like street food.
Let me, I guess, fast forward it. So a lot of times people will be like, oh, you know, the streets are going to lead you to, you know, jail or death. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But then you rewind it. No, the streets are the people. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I think it's the streets. They saying the streets codes will lead you to jail, but it's poverty. Because like I said, if you hurting, your stomach hurt, your baby hungry, you ain't about to sit in here all night and be starved. You got to go outside and figure something out.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that comes with that. But a lot of people in the streets is doing well. It's some like
Yeah, there's plenty of people. You know
that's
what I'm
doing
saying?
well. They don't got to hustle. They got good ass job, and bringing their black ass home or they white ass home.
Okay. So to that point, I feel like, you know what I'm saying, say you live in, you know what I'm saying, a neighborhood that would be described as the street or whatever, and you're doing that. So I don't think that you're living a street lifestyle. If you just say you got a job and that's not, I don't think that you're part of the street.
But they would dish your neighborhood. They'd be like, oh, 42nd and Post is street. But I live there and I got a good job. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
it's kind of like, it's a mix. It's all. The streets is everything. Good shit happen in the streets. You meet your fucking wife or something. You take your kids to church. You know what I'm saying? Some good shit can happen. But everything happens there.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. It's all encompassing, but like I said, I think once you try to pinpoint it, a lot of people aren't saying all that all encompassing shit. They're not including that in the streets. They're not including, you know what I'm saying? I'm just from that same 42nd and Post, 42nd, but I went to college. I went to, you know what I'm saying?
See what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? I didn't sell drugs that much. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know what I'm saying? But everybody was like, nigga, you ain't get that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, man, motherfuckers be ignorant though. Everybody got a voice now, so you're gonna hear a lot of crazy shit. And a lot of people use street for like ignorant. They'll be like, you know what I mean? They'll like ignorant shit is street shit. They'll put that together.
Right.
Now, that's not what it is really. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Shit, I learned a lot.
Yeah. My last little dissertation on that whole shit is I want us as a people to stop celebrating and acting like, you know what I'm saying, the street nigga is the highest version of the black man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think it's a viable option for a individual, you know what I'm saying? If that's your last resource or something you be good at and that's what you want to do, be my guest. You know what I'm saying? That is a lifestyle that you can pursue. Yeah. But there's also other lifestyles that you can pursue where you don't have to be in the street per se.
I think it's just, I don't want to say.
As far as when I say be in the street, be in the criminal aspect.
I think it's just exciting. I think it's like the Scarface story. A nigga start off working a taco truck and now he sells the most dope in America. You know what I'm saying? Or the Donald Trump. He started off with money, but then he do all this crazy shit, become president. Mm-hmm. I think it's people like to see the underdog win. That's why they'll like, if I can have the same job, I mean, it could be two millionaires. You know what I'm saying? I'm a millionaire, you're a millionaire. But if you made your million off of nothing, like you grew up on the worst place and you did all this and made your million, and I made my million in the suburbs, my dad might even gave me half of my million. I got $500,000 from my dad. I don't they will give you more props because of the distance you travel. So I think that's what that is. It's not like they love streets, they trying to push street niggas. They just like, yo, this nigga started from squalor and made it there.
Which I respect that. But my thing is,
I think that's what it is.
I feel like, okay, a lot of people are, like you said, he started off with nothing and then he made $1 million. Mm-hmm. Okay. But I think a lot of people are taking the street route as, okay, I started out with nothing and now I'm doing this, but it's like, you didn't try to do anything else. That was your first and last, Like, you could have been a motherfucking engineer if you would have applied yourself. Yeah. You applied yourself to the streets and you did that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're a very smart individual. You run the enterprise and, you know what I'm saying, you're getting all this, but you didn't even try. So you didn't even attempt to, you know what I mean? Now, sometimes it don't work. I get that. You know what I mean? The shit is hard. Don't give me your... Yeah. That's the thing about it. I feel like what they don't do is give the people they credit for, like, okay, we both came from the same circumstance, and here's the left. We could have both went to the street, but this person went right. And it's just as fucking hard to go to school with no income. You know what I'm saying? It's just fucking hard to work through school the whole time. Just fucking hard to have 3 jobs and Like,
yeah, I know what you're saying. Somebody just said that too. They said it differently. They said a nigga can go do a 4-year bid, a 4-year bid in the feds. He'll come home and everybody in the family will come give him clothes, money, girls trying to hook up with him. Like, oh, you made it out. Yeah. But you can go do 4 years of college. Come home and ain't nobody bringing you no money, no food, no clothes. They just like, you supposed to go to college. So it just depends. I don't know, bro. I don't know.
I watched a little skit about that. I think it was Lou Ratchet who did it. Basically saying same thing as you're saying. You know what I'm saying? The dude who went to college, he came back in the street nigga was like, bro, you don't got no job? Like, what do you mean? You just did 4 years and you ain't... Okay, I'm gonna put you on to how to scam to get loans and da-da-da. Like, so overall, I get it.
Yeah, it's really perception. And then everybody at a different point of late life. Mm-hmm. At one point, street shit was super exciting to me. I'll leave. I had a crib on 96th Street. I drive to 40-something Street just to hang out. You know what I'm saying? Because this is what I want to do. This is what my music, all the shit I do. I want to be here. And even though I'm way up here where it's safe, I can do whatever the fuck I want to do. So, but that was that mindset at an age. You know what I mean? Once you get a little older, and once you let a couple things play out, you know what I mean? Like, damn, I shouldn't have been here. Just being here, being here fucked up my whole life. You know what I mean? Or being here, I saw some shit that I shouldn't have saw, and now motherfuckers is like, I'm complicit. Like, the motherfuckers will pull you in. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers, they done got burnt in here. And I gotta, you know what I'm saying?
Where were you on the night of the
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, it can, but I think you gotta go through that. I think that's life. How much time the joints got? Is it like mine? I give you 20?
I think 30. You get 30. So, you know what I'm saying? We right at 20. But what's going on, the Realest Coast Kid? How you doing? Real C-Double? What's going on, man? We just doing the end of the year wrap up.
How you live? Tell C-Dub what's up.
What up? What up? You said you're...
Yeah. C-Dub sound good on beats, man.
C-Dub nice on the beats, you know?
Nice on the beats. Can't
man.
fuck with Drew, but he said he's nice on the beats.
It's crazy. It used to be one of the hooligan nemesis, but you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Time has healed that situation.
For
So
yeah. I was one up for like one summer. Probably one of my bad moves.
Yeah, glad you got out of that, but you know what I'm saying? It's all good.
Yeah.
Nah, but what else? I think on the list that you're taking, what about some of the female artists that you would thought for the 25?
Female artists for 2025. They really didn't make. I mean, Cardi dropped.
Yeah.
Cardi dropped. She had some good moments on her album, but I don't know. I feel like I wasn't a demo. That she wasn't rapping to me. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Cardi B, but she wasn't rapping to me. That shit ain't for me. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I would love to see like my girl dance to it, or if we taking a road trip, maybe we get some high energy. Yeah. But that shit ain't for me. So, but it was cool.
I feel I couldn't really listen to it like that. Although she did have a lot of not radio cuts, but commercial type of tracks and shit like that on her shit.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think, who did I listen to? I listened to that Doechii. It was cool. I didn't think it was worth a Grammy, but she got one.
Yeah. I like Doechii, but I think that's TDE. TDE is just magical.
Yeah, maybe.
How your male art? You got 3 artists, and they all run the world. SZA, the biggest. Her album passed Thriller. Okay. Then your new artist.
I like SZA though. I like SZA. I don't necessarily know that it was better than the Thriller album.
No, I'm just talking about numbers. I'm just saying
right.
One company has a girl named SZA, biggest tour, biggest album since Thriller.
Right.
Then you got Kendrick, nigga, taking over the world, Super Bowls. Then you got your new artist gets a Grammy.
She come in
I feel like they just got a good hand. You know what I mean? I had a good hand before, and anything I touched turned to gold. I think Punch and Top Dog, shout out to them. They just magical, bro. They got the winning hand.
That's what's up.
Mm-hmm.
Who else did I have?
I like Lotto, but she ain't dropping no album.
Yeah, I did mention Lotto and Lady London. I like both of them just as artists. I don't know if they album worked this year. Shay Noir, if you're hip to her, she's under that Griselda.
Yeah, I seen her on
Trust
a song.
Yeah, I fuck with them. Hard Body.
It really wasn't that much. I wasn't fucking with no Sexy Red.
I did include Glorilla. I thought that she did a lot this year.
Glorilla impressed me. Glorilla impressed me because at first I thought it was a gimmick. She a chick that sounded like a dude, but she can write. She can write. I like her shit. I can't hate on her shit.
Yeah.
She can write. I ain't gonna say she can rap yet, but she can write and she can keep my attention. You know what I'm saying? Right. So I fuck with her. What else was on there? We had political moments. I don't know what you be into. And I don't even know what side of Al you on either. Y'all be going, man. I'm like, bro, first there's a couple things I was right about. And you've been around. You remember when we did the end of the year wrap up on 38th and what street is that?
Cold Spring.
That was like 4 years ago. Yeah. You remember what I was saying about Elon?
Yeah, I remember you saying a lot of stuff, but
was I right? Come on.
Basically.
Was I right? And everybody said I was crazy, calling me a hey. I'm like, yo, this is the bad guy from the Bond movie. Y'all niggas can grow up watching James Bond. I know a bad supervillain when I see one. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So anybody out there, go to Elon Musk Twitter. Just go to Elon Musk Twitter and scroll. And your head is gonna explode. It is like the most vile white supremacist shit that you've ever like, hey, why isn't the W in white pride capitalized? Think about that, fellas. This is what the richest man in the world is saying on Twitter. The fuck? Like, bringing up like the South Africa is taking farms away from the farmers. Like, wait a minute. I think that's exactly what y'all did. And they gave it back to the people you took it from. This is the richest man in the world with these sick ass thoughts.
But my thing is, like, he comes from South African apartheid, so why wouldn't he have these ideologies, or you know what I'm saying?
I just feel like we shouldn't know. I shouldn't know that about you. It's fucked up because he's smart
Because he's
money.
the richest person in the world. and
No,
shit.
he's smart money.
Yeah.
Like betting on him, you're gonna win.
Yeah.
So imagine the person you betting on and winning is saying foul shit.
Right.
What is it gonna do to you? You're gonna be like, well, shit. The richest man in the world
Right.
feel like that. I should feel like that. Why the fuck I'm gonna listen to your broke ass, Drew? I'm listening to the nigga with
Yeah.
140 billion. So it's just shocking, and I can't believe that his board members will let him talk like that on the mic. Man, take that nigga phone, bro.
Well-
I shouldn't know that about you.
On the one hand, I do think, you know what I'm saying, their ideologies do empower that type of thought, you know what I'm saying, to the lesser beings who may follow that shit. But on the other hand, you know what I'm saying, I do think, if he's at the top, what are these other people supposed to say to him? Like, oh, you shouldn't be racist even though you're my boss.
I just.
Like, you know what I'm
I just
saying?
feel like we should know it. Like I don't know what the fuck Bill Gates think about Asians. I don't know what the fuck the CEO of Louis Vuitton feels about anything. So why the fuck do I know what you think? I had that argument about Kanye. I'm like, Kanye, shut the fuck up. I don't need to know this about you. I don't need to know that you secretly love Hitler or you kissed on your cousin when you was 12. I don't need to
Yeah.
know these things, my nigga. Just
No, I agree, especially on the Kanye shit. But I do think, in this age, as far as media and information, like, we know everything about everybody, you know what I'm saying? And it's always 24/7. So,
yeah.
there's that. But,
So the biggest moments, I say Epstein. I say the Epstein files.
mm,
I feel like the Epstein files is the biggest story of the year. And they tried their best to stop it. And it was just a slow leak. And now the levees have broken. And he looked crazy. I don't know if you've seen any of the shits.
I have a little bit. My thing is, so if they're out, why is nobody getting in trouble yet? Like, what's the?
Well, I don't know what you mean. The people, Epstein's dead. His partner's in jail.
Yeah, but I'm saying, the star-studded list of the people who have visited the
It's
island.
so many retractions, and then it's so many redactions, not retractions, redactions that you really can't see clearly. But we got pictures, but then the pictures don't really mean you're guilty. I mean, how you on the island and I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. How are you on the island and not guilty? So they doing this on the island. They got your flight log. You went to the island several times, but you were never in. We don't have evidence that you were. Okay, whatever. But to me, like I said, it's a distraction. Like, okay, yeah, I do believe that, you know what I'm saying, that the higher ups or the people in power do be on some, you know what I'm saying.
And I always thought that was fake. You know, I'm anti-conspiracy theory.
Yeah,
You
that's
know
one
me.
thing I could say. A lot of the shit that I be talking about has come to pass.
Has
and
come to pass.
Motherfuckers be looking crazy as hell. Like,
Ain't nobody gonna believe, there's a pedophile island and the richest people in the world traveled there. Nigga, whatever. But then that shit true. I'm like, what the fuck? It's like a pedophile island?
Right.
So I've always thought that shit was fake. So when that shit came out to be true, I'm like, Bill Clinton wasn't there. Bill Clinton was there. Chris Tucker wasn't there. Chris Tucker? What the fuck is Chris Tucker?
he was one of the biggest movie stars at that time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
He was just flying to Africa. He didn't know who plane it was.
Right.
And they did stop in the Bahamas at the island. And he got a little some trim probably. I don't know what the fuck they doing. I just think they all sickos, but I'm glad the shit came out. And I hope the Trump supporters feel like shit. I hope they feel like shit. Like, okay, I was rocking with him, but now they saying he raped bitches, not slept with him, not statutory rape, like take it.
Yeah.
And he on all the shit. So I hope they feel like shit, because I was telling them like, yo, but he's an issue.
Yeah, who's to say? I don't know. But, you know what I'm saying, in my studiage, I have seen that, you know what I'm saying, certain sects of people, SECTS, of people.
Like sex of people.
Yeah.
Sections of people. Sectors of people.
Yeah, well, sex is a word too. SECT. Sect.
Sect.
You know what I'm saying? Certain sects of people do use sexual magic, or rituals in order to, you know what I'm saying, whether it be for influence or to gain power, you know what I mean? So, you know what I mean?
That's the conspiracy theory. See, that's the shit I always fight against. I don't think it probably is. What can I don't know. I don't think so. It don't work, so what they doing it for?
What you mean it don't work? It works.
There ain't no fucking magic. If it was magic, nigga, come on.
Okay,
Ain't no
I mean, we're
magic.
not gonna go to that in this pod, but my thing, you don't believe in a spiritual realm?
I live in the
Or-
spiritual realm, but I'm saying I don't think you can like do some sexual shit and manifest like some type of reality for yourself to better your position in life. I think that's just like
Okay, so
that's crazy as fuck.
Let's back it up. So, for instance, say biblically in the Bible, I was an Amorite and I worship Baal. So what we do, instead of having sex magic, I'll sacrifice my baby, throw him in a fire in order for my Baal worship. You know what I'm saying? Go to the Amaleks. And what they do, instead of throwing their baby in the fire, they'll, you know what I'm saying, take a young boy and
Do some crazy.
yeah, you know what I'm saying, for their ritualistic worship to their God. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
these people have not necessarily left, or those ideas haven't necessarily left, but they're not accepted in society. So it's done in secrecy. You know what I mean?
I don't know. That's not my bag, so I wouldn't even know where to go with that. I guess the pedophile island is proof that people do that type of shit. But I just didn't think it was a ritual. I thought they was just perverts. I didn't think they was trying to make it divine.
Well, maybe that, but the thing about it is, if you look at the people that like the list of people who they're saying who is doing this, they all have some type of power and immense wealth. So
yeah,
I mean, I'm just deducing here that, you know, possibly but you know,
I think what it was I'm worth $30 billion. I can't go to the strip club and buy no bitches. I can't even go to the regular escort. I'm mad famous. I'm Bill Gates. And I want to get one off. I need like a private motherfucker to like secure that for me. I can't even be on the phone talking to bitches. I'm married.
Which I understand.
So
that,
I think
and
that's
that
what
could all be
happened.
true, but then why is it a kid then? If you know what I'm saying, instead of an adult.
That part I don't know about.
Yeah.
I don't know about that part. But I don't know. That part's weird. But I'm just saying, I think that's why they were doing that. Because he can't just go. Because I always say, like even with R. Kelly or Michael Jackson, any of the people we got in our culture that's on that crazy shit, I always say, why they didn't just go to Las Vegas?
Yeah.
If Puffy did that same shit in Las Vegas, sex work is legal. So I can pay him to do whatever the fuck I want him to do.
I think the camera probably off.
I think that's... Back. I don't know where it left off at. But,
It was like 2 minutes over.
okay. But no, when it came to yeah, I was just saying I don't know why niggas just didn't go to Las Vegas. If R. Kelly was in Las Vegas, he would have been okay. But nah, he was messing with girls, little kids.
It's just underage. So
He was
I don't
gonna
think
go to
that
jail
would work.
anyway. But Diddy would have not been in jail. Anybody that was dealing with prostitutes wouldn't have went to jail if they had went there. So I don't know why people
Well,
like that just
the
don't
thing
go
about it, I think with the Diddy situation, because he was flying them in, so they still would have probably got him for, what do they call it nowadays? It's not just,
sex trafficking.
yeah, they're calling it sex
He beat
trafficking.
that one.
But okay, that's one thing I do
He got
think
convicted of prostitution.
is very big, that Diddy case and all of his shit that's going on, which another thing that we tried to tell you about and warn you about.
Oh my God.
And this nigga just
Oh my God.
a Diddy advocate and or supporter.
Whatever.
And this nigga running around
Oh.
one of the worst humans.
I feel bad. It came in my memories. Remember that time? What was we at? We was in Broad Ripple, and we talked about that whole shit for like an hour. Man, I look stupid. I was wrong.
I mean, the thing about it, the man, he definitely, you know, I think he definitely made his mark.
I was right. He wasn't gay.
No, he's not gay, but
He's a sexual deviant, but he's not gay.
yeah. Mm.
You know what I'm saying? He let somebody bang his girl. He played with niggas. He do some wild shit.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I think once you are messing with anybody else's man fluids, like I think you kind of go into that category of gay.
I know.
Whether you took it or not, you know what I'm saying? Like you wilding, bro.
That one hurt me, bro. I mean, I don't know. I've been a Diddy fan since the beginning. I got it.
Okay, now you being a little bit older than me, so one thing I wasn't really in tune with Diddy about was the those deaths at that New York campus.
Yeah, that was big. He lost his job.
You knew about that? You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? See, I didn't really know all the way about that until kind of
was on
more
the paper.
recently.
He put out a record with what's that name, Jodeci, and he did the remix, and he was throwing this party. He was everywhere on tour, and I think 6 people died. And it's not because it's his fault either. That's one part of being a boss.
They got trampled, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't his fault. It was his party, though. You know what I'm saying? It was his
part of
event.
being a boss. What if somebody got trampled at Blancas? They're going to say, Drew, it was a ritual. Drew let somebody get trampled. Damn, come on.
Well, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, in my studio, I kind of feel like I don't have no evidence of this, but They were saying that this was just in the documentary. Basically, that's what platformed him. You need to watch the documentary. It's only 4 episodes.
Yeah.
But that platformed him really for his real fame. And because he was already doing his events and parties, so he had a little bit of bread, but nobody really. But once he did that, he was kind of nationally known.
Yeah.
And that kind of platform. And I feel like, okay, you're throwing events and people are dying, you don't get charged. I've seen it happen before after this. Nothing to do with Diddy, just different characters where people have died at events, and it's been the Masonic ritual, in my opinion. But, so I don't know that his was that, but.
Yeah. I don't think so. It was just I'm flexing. I'm throwing a party, and I'm cool with Heavy D. I'm cool with Mary J. I invite the biggest, and you got tickets. You're like, oh my God, I didn't know they were gonna be there. And everybody rush in. It was just fucked up. It's just bad circumstances. I think he's done enough evil to not put that type of shit on him. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I don't know. I feel like because that's the beginning of the shit. So it's like, you know what I'm saying, you start off with 6 bodies that, you know what I'm saying, you have no account for, and then you go on to continue. Because like a lot of people, shit, these people die on my watch. Maybe I would turn my leaf. Maybe I would, you know what I'm saying, change my life to do positivity instead of raping my artist. And physically, literally, mentally, spiritually.
All
you know what I'm saying? So I don't know, but yeah, I will say he turned out not to be as gay as we thought. Like, he actually does like women. Okay, that's great. But I think he's to the point
it's just
where,
sad.
You know what I'm saying?
Watching your heroes fall, bro.
Yeah.
Watching heroes fall. I'm glad they didn't get Jay. They tried to get Jay this year.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Jay always avoids the drama. So, you know what I'm saying? I think he'll probably be on that path until he goes out. But, take a look at that documentary.
I'll check it out. I need to get Netflix. I got to update my Netflix joint. I want to watch that and the Dave Chappelle joint.
The new Dave Chappelle, my mom was talking about it. She said it was funny. I ain't seen it yet, though. I'm going to check it out.
Yeah. But what you think about 50? Come on.
I'm a big Power fan, so, you know what I'm saying? I fuck with that. I don't necessarily fuck with how he interacts with people outside of, you know what I'm saying? Like, in my opinion, as successful you are, there's really no reason that you continually really bullying niggas and, you know what I'm saying? Foot on everybody's neck. Anybody who say anything against you, you really trying to, you know what I mean? Like, we all thought the shit with Ja Rule was cool, but it's like, at some point, bro, leave people alone, man. Like,
I think we're gonna look back and we're gonna be like, why didn't we see that he damn near a clown? It's no other
50?
way. 50's a clown. It's a disguise. Imagine somebody taking my girl, and then the dude that take my girl catches a case, and I'm on Instagram every day. Like, yeah, fuck that nigga. Hey, fuck that nigga. I'm talking bad about this nigga every day on Twitter or Instagram. It's going to be like a clown. They're like, nigga, you really hurt. He took your girl, and so now you on here just saying, then the nigga get convicted. And I'm like, I'm going to put a doc out. It's clown work. It's clown work. It's only funny. It's only funny if you hate. I don't know. It's never funny.
I don't think it's funny at all, to be honest, but in the art of war, I can see, like, you know what I'm saying, if you call this person your enemy and now you're really making money off of their trauma and demise.
It's a clown show.
You know what I'm saying?
If it wasn't over somebody making your girl a sex worker, somebody made your girl a sex worker. Nigga, I flew niggas in to fuck your girl. I didn't even fuck your girl. I flew niggas in to fuck your girl. You know what I'm saying? And your son called me dad. And I pay the bitch bills. You want to pay the bitch bills? I put her, that's some small money for me. So, and now you at home just on Twitter every day. Fuck Drew this.
Well, see, I mean, if you're saying that Diddy did all that, then I do feel like, you know, shit, at that point, you doing all this, the gloves are off. So however I decide to come back at you, you know what I'm saying, this is how he wants to get his get back. Hey,
yeah. It just look clownish. It look clownish. We wouldn't respect nobody else for that. What other, like tender nigga that we respect? Like, oh, you got hurt, and then you going off about it, and we give him props. Who? I can't think of one case.
Yeah, I'm not really, you know what I mean? But like I said, 50, he does it in a way where people give him respect for you know what I'm saying, his shit. So, you know what I mean? But like I said, I'm a big Power fan.
Me too.
You know what I mean?
I like 50 Cent. I just think this is clown behavior. We got to call it out. I mean, if we're going to say Diddy doing shit, we got to put everybody doing shit. Nigga, you wildin' too. You know what I'm saying? Come on.
I'm not going to call it clown behavior because I don't have no remorse for Diddy. So, you know what I mean? It's just what you sowed. You know what I'm saying? You reap what you sow. So, yeah. The conduit is 50, but them lashes is gonna come from somebody somewhere. So,
yeah, right.
so yeah. You know what I mean? Hey, whatever.
That shit just clownish to me. I don't respect it. What else though? Think about the highest streaming artist of the year, Drake. No Drizzy, no rap album out. Y'all thought y'all buried your boy. Still the number one streamer. You gotta feel like shit. He going against his record company. Y'all dissed him and he's still number one. And when I say number one by like 2 billion streams. Like,
yeah,
fuck out of here.
Drake would have been number one before all the beef shit too.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? So you just carry on to the as it should.
And looking back at that battle, tell the truth. Did you feel like Not Like Us is fucking with Family Matters? I feel like nobody's having a real discussion.
I like Not Like Us more. I like Family Matters.
You do?
For sure.
Lyrically, or like you saying it's a bop?
Just the song is better. I don't like Family Matters was not it to me. That's not
what?
That was not it.
You lucky we ain't got the road.
You know what I'm saying? That was not it.
What?
No, did not like it. Did not
like Us is a playful ass. Hey, doing playful. You playing this nigga on your neck. This nigga shot at 20 niggas straight, no chorus. You got a chorus singing.
I thought, overall,
and you cap rap. That's what I'm saying. The same way y'all not saying nothing about 50 being tender as fuck and mad about his girl being a sex worker. Y'all not gonna say nothing about this nigga just making up shit about a nigga. I can just make up shit now. You got a daughter, you a pedophile, I can just say anything on the mic. Come on, fam. We gotta call the shit like it is. I don't think it's just
so made up. You know what I mean? Is it true? I don't know, but you know what I'm saying, there are some little, what they call them, some little bit of evidence, tidbits of this nigga dealing with
that's not like
Bobby Millie or whatever the fuck her name is, Billy Molly or what, the younger chick that he's grooming, and others. But even still, I thought that Drake lost the battle. You know what I mean? Can you concede that Drake lost the goddamn battle? You act like he did not win that battle. You know
the people, I gotta go with the people. Say if it's a voting system, then he lost. If we're gonna just put a piece of art on the wall and look at this piece of art, I'm gonna say Not Like Us is not a superior diss track. It's not. It's not lyrical. It don't even got double syllables. He's playing. What's this? I can't even think. You lucky I can't think of the bar because he got the stupid singing bar at the end. That never happened. You can't put that up against like.
But
Tupac or Biggie this or Cannabis.
The thing about it,
that's bullshit, bro.
You basically trying to discredit Not Like Us because it's not in the same format as a hit 'em up or a traditional battle rap, which I understand.
Yes.
And that's a valid point.
It's like Nelly.
But the thing about it,
it's like Nelly,
Drake is the fucking godfather and or the creator of the motherfuckers who making diss tracks that are really club tracks.
Right. But that's not what
he said. So he used it against him, and then you don't like it?
It's like I think you let him see.
The reason he even made this bullshit was because everybody's like, oh, well, you know what I'm saying? Kendrick's not rapping him, but he's not making no shit. Like, an argument from somebody like Andrew would be like, well, you know what I'm saying? His diss track is that Drake made is in the clubs and da-da-da and selling da-da-da. And Kendrick shit is da-da-da. So Kendrick does that, and niggas like, oh, that's some old bullshit. I don't want to hear that.
Because it ain't lyrical. Even his lyrical shit. I didn't like Euphoria. I mean, I like Euphoria, but it wasn't fucking with, like, push-ups. Like, I'm like, what are y'all listening to? That's why I was saying. But then niggas act like Yachty good. Niggas act like Sexy Red good. So I have to, like, niggas act like this nigga ain't tender over a bitch, and that's why he's Instagramming this nigga every day. Niggas are literally turn a blind eye to shit. So I think they turned a blind eye to that's not a lyrical song. It's not. And it was bodied. It got bodied. It's defamation. I don't fuck with it.
That's like, you know what I'm saying?
You a battle rapper, so you gotta get that off.
Two guys are in the ring, and he hits them with the right, and he knocks them out, and now you want to go back, oh, there was something in his gloves. Oh, he was on steroids. Oh, this, that, and the third. Or oh, he ate steak and chicken. This other guy only ate rice all week. Like, he got knocked out, man. Like, get his ass off the fucking ground. And then
he's still number one, though.
Yeah.
So, hey.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
He lost that battle, though. But overall, you know what I'm saying, I did think that both of those guys definitely deserved to be, like, artist of the year type.
Yeah.
They had it popping, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm trying to think what else we got on the list. Let me see. What we talking about? I got battle rapper of the year for the state. I ain't really been to culture like that. I've been to one event probably all year. You know what I'm saying? I've watched some shit, but from what I see, just from on the app and what I see niggas talking about, I think how about they call him Glorilla? That's what the boys used to call him. I think Gorilla Monsoon might be the rapper of the year. Might be battle rapper of the year.
I had to say J2 over Glorilla. I mean Gorilla. I'm saying Gorilla Monsoon. No offense. J2 for sure.
You think so?
Yeah, for sure. But I do respect Gorilla and everything that he's done. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like
As far as the
J2.
new dude from Indiana to be on, you know what I'm saying, the main stage. You know what I'm saying? He's putting on. He's got up there.
Yeah.
He's got 2 or 3 battles on the app and or YouTube on URL.
Yeah.
Kudos.
Reason I give it to him over J2, I feel like J2 probably went from like a 9.5 to like a 9.8, still number one. I feel like that nigga went from like a 7.2 to like dinner in the nines now. He covered the most ground. Last year he wasn't even on my radar for being battle rapper of the year. And I feel like he got better. You know me, I don't be caring about I do care about the business side. But I'm bars over everything. And I feel like he got better. The 2 battles I seen him.
I feel like what you just explained is what you would call somebody most improved. But that don't mean he the best, you know what I'm saying? I would give his sensei that title, you know what I'm saying? Like the nigga who you're under his fucking wing, he probably should be the, you know what I mean? J2, but
that's behind baseball. Niggas don't be knowing all that. What if I'm just a fan? I don't know who Click is who made the call. I just know this nigga on the app and he battling like big niggas and he won.
So if you look at it just from, you know what I'm saying, purely objective, they both on the app, but you got one who's on the app 7 times versus one who's on 2 times.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go with the guy who's on there 7 times, whether he won, lost, He got a bigger name. His battles do way more views. You know what I'm saying?
And I fuck with J2.
And he's on big stages. You know what I'm saying? Summer Madnesses, battling Twerk. You know, and he's doing a lot. You know,
he's doing a lot. If I would say he, would you say he the best? I'm just saying rapper of the year. I would say Gorilla.
Okay.
But best, nah, I wouldn't put him on the best list. You know what I'm saying?
You're talking about a Gorilla as the best.
Yeah, I wouldn't put him as the best. I'm just saying I think he had the best 2025.
Okay.
Like he's the rapper of the
year.
You
can argue that. I still would give it to J2. Best, I don't know who I would say as far as the best. I probably would still give it to J2 as well, although I did battle J2 and I won. But you know, who gives a fuck?
J2, what up? Yeah, he got his ass kicked that night. And the other battle I saw of him, I think he got beat too. He battled somebody big. I felt he got beat, and I watched it.
Yeah, he done kick some ass too. He beat the shit out of Chess a few months ago.
I forgot who I watched it. It was just on my page. I hit it, and I was like, "Damn!" I thought he was gonna win. I really had never really seen J2 lose. I felt he lost to that nigga that was cracking all them jokes. But I've never really seen him lose. So that was my first time really seeing him fucking lose. Besides you, I feel like you beat him, but I feel like he didn't take you seriously enough. I feel like the shit he gave you. That's why I was telling people. That's why I was telling. They be turning a blind eye.
Yeah.
Put his bars up against your bars. That nigga lost. They give him that moment.
He had a dope moment. He had a dope moment. I was telling somebody else, you know, it sucks because, you know, of that battle, it was a lot of bullshit that went on as far as getting it set up and it actually taking place.
Yeah.
And we actually got it done. Great. It's still like under 1,000 views. And this dude averages like 10,000 to 40,000 views a battle. Yeah. So I'm like, damn, it sucks because you're not promoting it. You're not promoting it, but what you are promoting is that moment that you had. That shit went viral, got 1 million views, Yeah. It's like you got 1 million views of you saying this bullshit about my wife. Yeah. Great. These 1 million people not knowing I rebutted right after that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And got the whole energy back. Yeah. And it's like, you know.
But I mean, that's a red flag. When niggas don't promote the battle, that usually tell you something.
I know, but you know what I'm saying? People try to sweep your boy under the rug, but you know what I'm saying? I'm not the guy who's gonna sit here and cry and complain all day. I ain't mad at you.
And I put that on Naptown. I'm gonna put it on Indiana. Indiana don't play the game. Nigga, they bot like us. You better why ain't niggas botting? You bot.
It's not really
bot. It's the algorithm. If you don't pass 1,500, you're not even on the fucking Explore joint. You're not even on the videos you may like. You got to at least bot to their bot.
I don't know, you know what I'm saying? With battles, I think it's hard to do that because one, say...
it don't got to be your page either.
No, it don't got to be, but a lot of times you will do that or try to, and seeing where people have attempted to do that, and then it can mess up the actual people's page. So the Seif versus J2... somebody buys views and now One Shot Battle League got a strike on their page. They didn't even buy the views, but they got a strike on their page. Yeah. And
I mean, it can happen, but that's like small. Because people buy daily. Like it's a whole like system, and it's not like
it's highly frowned upon in the culture. So if that's like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. I'm trying to give you a good analogy, but you know what I'm saying? We all are working at a factory and they're like, they can just pay these Mexicans dudes do the work, just pay them.
I'm saying if you think URL ain't botting, something wrong with you. If you think these other people ain't biting, and that's how it always is. I remember when I was the innocent, like, oh, I would never.
Mm-hmm.
When I got in the room, I didn't get in the room until I was a businessman. They didn't
Right.
let the artist Andrew in. When the businessman Andrew came in, and I'm saying how they get, everybody bots. Every, the people you like and love, they all bot. They bot, but they don't bot. It's not 100% bot. It's like it's the beginning. It's to
make sure the traction is rolling and da.
Yeah, and if I take
it.
you to Rolling Loud, and I'm like, yo, this my new artist, this Seif. They be like, okay, they go to your Spotify to see who you are.
Mm-hmm.
If that shit say 100 monthly viewers, nigga, Drew, get the fuck out of here. Nigga, I gotta buy it. I'm gonna buy it and make sure this shit say 10,000, 20,000, 100,000, whatever I wanted to say.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna make sure it say that. The bars, the music still gotta be lit.
Right.
But I gotta make this look like something. So I'm saying if you make it look like something, and I'm just 20%. It's promotion, niggas.
Yeah,
Those
like I said,
everybody bot.
I understand what you're saying, but like I said, it's not something that is
It's
accepted
frowned
or, you know what I'm saying?
It's on the league. If I was the league owner, I'm biting. I'm making sure that my league is kicking their all his shit is over 10,000. Yes, nigga, I can control that.
Right.
So let's and I only gotta do it for a little bit before it's real. That's the beauty of it. And I can tell you a million success stories of niggas that faked it until they made it.
Which I understand, but like I said, it's highly frowned upon. But then also too, doing shit like that, and then you don't get the organic, comments, likes, and da. So yeah, you got 10,000 on every battle, and then they got no fucking comments, no interaction.
You gotta do the whole shit. You gotta do the whole shit.
You know what I'm saying? Like you said, you gotta do the whole shit. But
yeah.
Battle of the year, I don't know. I haven't really been that tapped into that. What else?
What did 2025 teach you?
What did 2025 teach me? I think what I said or what I wrote down was basically just to stick to the process. Had I already known that, yes, but I had a lot of different examples of people, you know what I'm saying, always want to switch up when there's some type of adversity, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. There's a such thing as, you can have a plan or, an idea of what you want to do, and then you do need to pivot and do something different.
Yeah.
But a lot of people are so ready to pivot. It's like, nigga, the whole reason I made a plan was because if something were to happen, I knew what I was supposed to do. So it's like, I'm not going to abandon my plans just because we have we need to follow the fucking plan. Yeah. And you know what I'm saying? If it doesn't work, okay.
If it don't work, you blame the plan.
Then we pivot, you know what I'm saying?
But
we're not going to just abandon the plan. The whole plan was to, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I got you.
And a lot of people, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, any type of little, trepidation will arise. Now it's time to abandon the plan. Like, no, stick with the plan. Like, trust the process. You got to follow through the whole shit before
to know it's gonna work.
Right. So that's one thing I learned.
I like that. For me, 2025, what did it teach me? 2025 taught me patience.
Mm-hmm.
It taught me patience. It taught me, it humbled me. I was flying high. I was an astronaut. You know how I talk and how I give it up. I feel like this year, my win streak ended. I used to talk about a win streak of winning. My win streak finally fucking ended, and it made me patient. It made me respect what I have too, because sometimes it's here, so I don't give a fuck.
Right.
You gotta lose it then to be like, now it's important. I'll never lose this
really
motherfucker
appreciate,
again. Yeah. So it gave me a lot of appreciation. So even though I talked that shit at the beginning, saying it was one of the worst years, in reality, it might have been one of my most growth. One of the years I had the most growth. The way I was January 1st, 2025, I'm a whole different nigga January 1st, 2026.
Okay, that's
you know what I'm saying? I feel like I'm smarter. I ain't as strong. I feel like I ain't been in the gym. I was strong as fuck last year. I was throwing shit up.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm a little weaker, but mentally I'm strong as fuck. My discipline can be better. But I'm okay with it. I'm okay with 2025. Shout out to 2025. What else
then it was like, what do you want to see or what do you see for 2026?
What do I see? I see kind of like what you was just saying a second ago. I feel like I'm going to see if this plan was worth it or not. You know what I'm saying? Like the whole media shit. Because I really stepped back from everything.
Mm-hmm.
I stepped back from everything. I didn't have a hand in no summer festivals this year.
Yeah.
You know that's my whole shit, really.
Yeah.
I ain't have my hand in no battle leagues. I ain't produced no more podcasts. So I really got to just be a consumer and just look. I got to see how the world look when I ain't got nothing to do with it. You know what I'm saying? Usually I can use my influence to push this or to What's the opposite of push? To push something.
Pull, try.
No, what you know what I'm talking about when you want somebody to fall off and you make what that shit called, man?
Sabotage.
Not sabotage. You use my influence to raise somebody up, or use my influence to
Lower them. I don't know.
that's another subdue, not subdue. These words are terrible.
Yeah, this nigga. What's the Machiavellian ass nigga?
No, I have people that was on the list that nigga. I'm trying to like, you know what I mean? You not the enemy. We battling though. I want you to lose. I want you to lose, and I want to win.
Right,
And so
right.
you know what I mean? So I don't know how I got on that. What the fuck how I get on that?
You're speaking about 26, and you know what I'm saying, you were just letting us know.
Oh, yeah. I don't go there. I see what you have to do. Nah. What I was saying is I got to sit back from the coach and just watch. I was an observer for the first time in a long time.
Uh-huh.
Usually I got some bias. There we go. Usually I have a bias. This is the first year I didn't have no bias. I ain't give a fuck who won. I ain't give a fuck who lost. I got to see who was really rocking with me. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Blunt Honesty, my niggas. I got to see people that really was kind of just there because
Right.
for shit. Just
The opportunity.
yeah.
Yeah. So kind of adding into what we had just talked about in 25, I also want to say, damn, where was I going with that shit? I was saying, so I think for 26, so 25, networking is something that I really, you know what I mean? Oh, this shit actually works. You know what I'm saying? You know me, I really don't care to network. Not a very talkative individual, don't really care to meet people. But I will say, you know, 2025 and you know what I'm saying?
Been on that.
Yeah, networking like a motherfucker.
I was gonna say
and
your
people love
transformation.
it.
Your transformation is crazy. Go back to 4 years ago, 120 Market Street.
Yeah, when we first started.
And think about your personality and like what you was on, and then compare it to now. It's night and day.
I don't know.
Look at the old. So I'm trying to think who did you interview. Could I bring you somebody? Who the fuck?
No, because I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh, I was trash interviewing. Then because I feel like as far as the foundation of the skill base, the interviews have always been good.
Yeah,
you know what
I
I'm
ain't saying that. Well, no, I thought they got better, so you didn't have room to grow.
I feel like you can go up, but I'm just saying like it wasn't like interviews. No, the interviews were good. Like you know what I'm saying. You remember on Cold Springs we had Maxie in there. That was a great interview.
Yeah.
Shit, we had a stripper lady in there. That was a great interview. That wasn't even mine. You know what I mean? But
the interview's always been fire. The part that y'all like figured out was the cohesiveness. It used to be 4 people. One person may not even talk this whole shit. Another person is only like he only has thoughts that he kind of piggybacks off your thoughts. You say something, he's like, "Oh yeah." Then another person may not even really be engaged. So it's like it took a while for that to really the cohesiveness. The way you and Kane interact, it looks like practice. It looks like y'all did a lot of practice.
Yeah, I mean, but I think with anything and I feel like this would, like I said, anything. Like if I got 10 people, that's 10 people that I gotta direct and orchestrate and da-da-da. If we got 2 people, shit, it was easy.
A lot easier.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So 4 to 2, da-da-da, but all the same, like you said, practice makes perfect. It's not like we just won. I think that was our natural get down anyway. You know what I'm saying? Me and Kane. And really, between all 4 of us, we all naturally kind of get down like that anyway. So it's not unnatural for us to do it, but when it's just 2 of us, it's a lot easier. And the repetition, nigga, we got 4 years in. Like, we're gonna only get better. You know what I mean? So practice makes perfect.
So I'm proud to see that. That's all I'm saying. Proud to see it, and I just seen you can see it. It's so visible. And being me on the other end of the camera, you can like see it through the lens. You can see it.
Yeah, I will say, like,
niggas didn't know how to hold their hands at first. Niggas was you know what I'm saying? They know what to. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now niggas ain't even think about that. Niggas is cool. And then niggas got real high to the point niggas won't even really paying attention to the art. We just really high having conversations.
Yeah.
Take the weed out the mix because you in places like this where you niggas have to really focus.
Yeah.
You can see it. That's all I'm saying.
I agree. But I think, you know what I'm saying, a lot of that shit, maybe some of the counterparts, I don't think that was necessarily my attributes as we discussed. But when you go back and watch, I do think there's growth for sure. You know what I mean? But what I do really think that I've grown, like I said, the networking part. Met so many people. We outside with it, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to say the budget, but you know what I'm saying, just the shit, we can do a lot. You know what I'm saying? From like you said, the start to now, it's really not too much nothing that we can't do. Like niggas got their own resource. I don't have my camera, but we got resource for cameras. Few, you know what I'm saying, ways to get cameras. You know what I'm saying? We got mics, we got the podcast equipment, we got studios to set up.
Intellectual property and
yeah, you know what I'm saying? They got the channel, got the logo, with anything you want to do, we can get it done. So at this point, you know what I'm saying?
About where you want to go.
26 is, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to follow all the way in your footsteps as far as the media thing, but shit, doors are opening left and right, and people are looking to.
Bruh, I told you that's the lick. But and it comes natural because you outside so much that it's not even you're not even trying no more. You're like, oh, that's old boy from the last thing, and then you know what I mean? It's just. And then the amount of people you touch, you got to realize they touch people.
Right.
You do an interview with Free. Free got a big ass fan base. Everybody that love Free now gets to see you. You do one with Neptune. Everybody love Neptune. They see you, and y'all got like 30, 40 of them bitches. So you get to multiplying it. Now I can just go put you somewhere, and they be like, oh yeah, that's your boy. I know you got a face card now. You know what I'm saying? Now you just got to continue to produce. So I gotta produce.
So that's one thing for 26, man. I want to do a lot of big shit as far as, you know, who we're interviewing, you know what I'm saying, keep that ball rolling, but got a lot of different things going on. A lot of doors open. So I think we right here at an hour. You let me know if you want to continue or if you got some more.
That's pretty much so. We can do it's like one topic left. You can hit it and then we can end this. Okay. I think I gotta answer that, what you just answered.
What you see for 26?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
And then we have top 5 nap artists or just nap artists. But for me in 2026, what do I see? I guess I don't know. Fuck. Like, what do you mean, business wise or like personal?
That was your question, nigga. I don't.
I know, but now you gotta ask it. Show me the interview. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so for 2026, you know what I'm saying, what do you envision for yourself? You know what I'm saying, whether it be growth or whether it be, you know what I'm saying, business, spiritual, mentally. You know what I'm saying, what do you envision for 2026?
I want to get more spiritual. I feel like I'm like scientific logic, and I need to recognize the spiritual shit. But it's not my bag. Okay. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. I don't even talk about it really. When motherfuckers talk about that shit, I just listen. Because I really don't have nothing to give back. I don't, you know what I mean? It's not my shit. I'm more, you know, religion than spiritual. Because that's how I came up. You know what I'm saying? So
at least you're truthful and, you know what I'm saying, and saying that, you know, I always view from the, what's the Hotep?
Yeah.
From that aspect, I don't know how they get down spiritually, but you know what I'm saying, I understand the mechanisms of their
I love God. I love God. I try to be honorable, stand up nigga, you know what I'm saying? But I ain't no spiritual person. It just don't really I be needing like the person in my life to like introduce me to that or to like bring that to me because I don't if you wait for me to provide it, it's gonna be waiting a minute because I don't really got it. You know what I'm saying? So I want to get more spiritual. Business wise, I want to get back out into my business. I don't want to do exactly what I did. I want to find a way to do it different. I want to find a way to do it different, but I do want to get back. I'm looking forward to our podcast. But I want to have more conversations. I don't really want to do the interview thing. And it sounds crazy saying this. I want to do editorial. I want to do opinions. I want to give my opinion on shit. I rather give my opinion on Wale than interview Wale.
Got you.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I understand.
That makes sense.
You know what I'm saying? So now let me ask you, now does that come from a place where, is it because you want to be the star? Or is that, you know what I'm saying, you just don't want to deal with other people? Or what do you mean by that?
No, I think I think different. I feel like I think different. I feel like I'm a dinosaur. And like my thoughts are rare. And so I want to give my thoughts on shit that's going on because I feel like there's no other, I don't see my thoughts nowhere. Like with the Netflix thing, like people talking about it, they're not even really, they're not giving it up. Like they're not saying what happened. Say what happened. Marvel buried Warner Brothers. Marvel buried DC so bad that they sold this bitch. They rebooted everything. They got rid of the original Superman. They got rid of everybody and started over and then sold it. Like this, nobody talks about that. Or like with the 50 thing, or it was just it's a whole bunch of shit I feel like people don't talk about.
Not getting in depth enough.
Yeah, they don't get in depth enough, or they like looking at it weird. Like they just I don't know. I be feeling like a lot of people programmed and they just follow the program. So I want to be able to give my opinion.
I can understand.
You know what I'm saying? And I was not by myself. I want to have like a cast or whatever to give my opinion.
Right.
But I'd rather be talking about some shit than like, you know, somebody on a promo run. I'm just, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to, that's not my, that's needed. That's
Right.
needed. And it's a room for that. It's a space for that. I just don't want to do that no more.
Yeah.
I just don't want to do that. I don't know. It's just different. And I don't even know these young motherfuckers now. These niggas,
Yeah, that's
I don't
part
know
of
these
it.
new
That's
niggas.
part of it. That's part of it. I see both. Like I said, like with the whole Blunt Honesty thing, obviously I love Blunt Honesty. That's my baby. But,
Yeah.
you know, I wish that we could have, and I think we can, but I think Blunt Honesty has a lot of room to be more in depth. Now, I do, you know what I'm saying, love the interviews that we have done. I do feel like they have been great interviews. We've asked great questions. One thing I do love about Blunt Honesty is everybody who's come to fuck with us has left with the impression like, these some good niggas. Like, I had a good time, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You ain't never met with nobody, and it's been bad blood with them leaving. They've come with love and left with love, and we built a relationship. So that's one thing that I really like. But on the back end, say we get a dope interview, you know, random person, you know, popular person in Indy, boom, we don't never really dig deep. So it's like really it's good to see them in that light. But on the other hand, it's like you're a known killer, and we didn't even discuss that. You know what I'm saying? That you know what I'm saying? The 3 bodies that you left in your wake and da da da. And I'm not saying that we need that. I'm not saying, because that's one thing I also appreciate on the Blunt Honesty path is like we haven't interjected no negativity into it. So all of our growth has been positive. Yeah. So, you know what I mean?
I feel like y'all create a safe space. I wouldn't see, that's not even y'all brand. I couldn't see y'all doing those. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and that's the thing. I'm not really thirsty for that. You know what I'm saying? But I do know that we're leaving shit on the table by not, you know what I mean? Because the whole algorithm is really focused on the negativity.
Focus on that. Yeah, I know what you're saying. I guess you got to find a way to balance that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I think it's good. But besides that, I just want to be stable. I'm ready to play again. I'm back outside. But yeah, let's end this up, man. End of the year wrap up. Top artists of the year as far as the city that I saw from the outside looking in.
Mm-hmm.
I got Big Rose 6, of course, because he got signed.
Facts. I don't know why I didn't think of him, but definitely Big Rose 6.
Yeah, I want to know more because I only heard those 2 songs, and I'm not in love with the flow all the way. Don't be easy on me. I'm not in love with the flow all the way. I feel like it's a little gimmicky. Anytime you rap a way that you don't normally rap, like, you know what I mean?
Being a rapper, I fuck with it. You bringing a new style to the city, you know what I'm saying?
And so if I rap a pirate rap, it's a new style. I'm just saying it's a good song, but let's not call that a style. You rapping like a pirate.
What you mean? It's a new style. You know what I'm saying? Take a look at it like, you know what I'm saying, MMA. You got Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. You got American style. You got the boxer. You got Muay Thai. Like, they all fighting, but how you're fighting is, you know what I'm saying, your style. So,
but that would make it a gimmick. If you came in there and the only reason I know you is because you rap like a pirate, then that's the definition of gimmick.
It is, but I think in today's market, like, you're not getting on unless you do have a gimmick. Like, there's got to be something that they.
There got to be something.
You know what I mean? And I'd rather it be that than you put on a dress. You know what I'm saying? You acting like you're gay, or
we just praised Freddie Gibbs. I don't feel like it's a gimmick there. The nigga can just rap.
But Freddie Gibbs been out for like 15 years. It ain't no new. You know what I'm saying?
But he didn't come in with a gimmick. I'm just saying, if. First off, I don't want to shit on a nigga's big moment. So first off, it's dope that Big Ro is on. Shout out to him. I've never met you, so this is just, I'm a fan telling you how I feel.
We're going to get you on, Blunt Honesty.
Yeah, tell him pull up. But from my outside looking, that shit look a gimmick to me. I feel like you can rap though, but unless you're going to only rap like a pirate, I don't know if it's sustainable. And that's why I don't like the gimmick being first. I don't even know what you really rap like. I know this rap. I don't know what you rap like. So I feel like he needs to drop a body of work, or if he has, it needs to get promoted so I can hear it, know it exists. So that's it. I had Zakiya. I feel like she killing shit. Like, I don't think she dropped a body of work either.
No, she stayed working though.
Yeah, but that's not even rap. That's really like sing rap.
Yeah, I mean, you're an artist. I don't.
Yeah, so that Jovi Black.
Okay.
I feel like Jovi Black. I feel like street. Let me use that word. Street lyricist is the highest form of hip hop. I feel like it marginalizes you to the point where you got to stay here, and it's just a path of greatness from Tupac to Jay-Z to to the people that really, really the best of the best, it's all street lyricists. And I feel like he's a street lyricist. So I feel like I feel like the world is his. He just needs good promotion, good production, and keep his face out there. So Jovi Black, Henny, she moved. And I don't think she dropped no albums, but she signed with that dude from Memphis, and she just got a budget, nigga. She on Rap Radar. I mean, she on like every hanging mic in the fucking country.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? She got new photo shoots down there every week. She killing shit. And then Jet Santiago. I feel like Jet, I don't think he did drop an album this year.
Yeah, fuck with Jet.
That's it. That's my 5.
Okay. So who did I say? I said Debo. This is no order, but Debo.
I love that album.
He dropped a fire album. You know what I'm saying? He had some events for the album, which everybody in the city showed up for and fucked with.
Real shit.
I think Kitty Red, she's been mired in controversy. She's dropped some music too, and it's been cool. But she stays in the tabloids and headlines for everything she does. So
true.
I put her up there. I think my man TGI Free, he's been fucking firebombing everything. You know what I'm saying? He kills every event. When I went out to his house for the concert he threw at his barn or farm, fucking fire. And not just because of the music, but you know what I'm saying? Basically, he had like 5 acts on his porch, but it looked like a fucking real concert. You got parking in the back and fire, like the shit's fire. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I saw the videos.
Shit was fire, bro. Shit was fire. So TGI Free, I think, you know, so I can see building a real fan base and movement. You know what I'm saying? I fuck with that guy, and he's a real nigga. Like, as far as, you know what I'm saying, if he was right there, he'd walk in, dap up, so have something to drink, share it. You know what I'm saying? If you want to smoke, we smoking, chilling. Like, I fuck with TGI Free for sure. Lil Billy, I gotta show Lil Billy love.
Man, Lil Billy,
the nigga works his ass off.
He did her on his 3rd run, bro. I feel like he getting better.
He is.
That's crazy, bro. Because he's an OG. I mean, I'm older than him, but he's been out here for a while. But
I think he's evolving. He's evolving. You know what I'm saying? Earlier you had mentioned that, you know, being a street lyricist or a street artist kind of is the epicenter.
Lyricist, not artist.
Okay.
Lyricist.
But I feel like he's evolving out of the street element and just more to the artistry.
Yeah.
And you've been able to see it. And then he has the budget behind it. So he's doing a lot. Like, he's always popping.
Real shit.
That's 4. And then who else? I said, Row 6, I thought, you know what I'm saying, that was a good one to add in. I think I put in Lil E. I don't know how active he's been. I know that he had dropped the album and he had some good responses. I think that's kind of just more.
With E, and this is why I would rather probably give opinion in the interview, because I want to talk about like what I really feel about that. Like E, it's like I think you're getting too melodic. I think it's too melodic for me. It's not Lil E no more. It's somewhere else. That's Mob Fam.
Yeah. Oh, I think my other one was Polo Boy Nunu.
He killed
shit. It's going crazy. He's going crazy. Everything he drops. I mean, he had some legal trouble, I guess. You know what I'm saying?
But everything he dropped goes. You know what I'm saying? And I like his beat selection. And he can rap. So who else you said? Free. I feel like Free. I don't know if he dropped the album though. Did he drop the album? I think he just got some dope ass
the Trust and Free album.
It came out this year?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. I was gonna say I should have put Corey on there.
I like that 4200 Corey. I did like his album. To be honest, I don't want to hate on the man. I might edit this out, but I think that shit is overrated. But
which one?
The whole shit. But
the 42 Corey.
Yeah, the album.
Yeah, I mean, I feel.
But I love it for the city. I love what you're doing. I want you to go to the fucking moon. But when I sit here and listen to this shit, I'm like,
yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. I'm not, and that's where I'm at with it.
He can rap. Don't get me wrong.
He can rap. He can't rap.
There you go. That's all I got to say.
He can't rap. He can rap. But it's because he's young. That nigga like fucking 21. Yeah. At 21, I gotta grade him on that curve. Yeah. For 21 to have that type of following, off lyrics, got your mama in your videos and shit. I love that type real story shit.
I respect it.
I give him props for that. But as far as rap, I feel like he on his way. He on his way.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? Free probably didn't sound like he sound now way back then. You know what I'm saying? Free just is killing shit. He really found his niche.
Yeah.
And his beat selection. And he fucked with your white boy down south. Coach Kane.
Okay. Yeah.
That means your engineering is through the roof. Like that's a great engineer. For sure. So yeah, shout out to them, man.
For sure. I think the city got a whole bunch of shit that they finna do, but man, I just look to everything to get bigger and better, man. You're gonna see different shows from the Huli Network and you know. You're gonna see some battles from the kid. You're gonna see some music dropping finally.
I didn't want to get in a battle. And you better drop the
Yeah,
I've been on you.
the
I've been on
music
you.
gonna drop finally.
For real? Okay.
Like I said, battles. We got shows. I might be producing some shows.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I like
Hopefully
that.
some merch will be
Some merch.
popping.
Well, for me, I'm just letting y'all know I'm back outside. I know what I'm doing this time. I knew what I was doing last time when I was kicking your ass. But now I really, really know what I'm doing. And my squad is stronger. Like the niggas I was with is stronger. And I feel like I'm stronger. I'm really looking forward to 2026. I can't wait. I haven't even used that part of my brain
Yeah.
in so long that when I finally get it again, yeah. I want to do a summer fest. We gotta figure something out. We gotta do something. So
Okay.
shout out to everybody. And check out this new shit. This is the pilot. You know what I mean? We're gonna clip this and give it to you. But we're gonna some high production value on it. In all seriousness.
Yep, in all seriousness.
In all
You know what I'm saying? We
seriousness.
need that logo, man. I'm gonna let you do your thing, but it gotta be fire.
I got you.
In all seriousness,
In
you
all
know what I'm
seriousness.
saying? Be on the lookout.
Yep.
Bang!
Good shit. Good shit. Some shit we can chop up and get out.